Alright, so, as you may or may not know, Squad Busters is going to have their very first collaboration coming up real soon for with Transformers. And it sounds really exciting if I'm being completely honest, since the Squad Busters already getting collaborations and beat Clash Royale to a collaboration, which is nuts. But honestly, I gotta ask myself, do we need this? Like, the Squad Busters need a collaboration, already? And the reason why I say that is because, Rowdy Rink, let's go. The reason why I say that is because I feel like Squad Busters hasn't really cemented itself as a game yet. Or at least compared to the other Supercell games, and not just the other Supercell games, but other, games as well, you know? Like, I feel like for a game to have huge collaborations off rip, it has to like really, you know, pop off and be popular like from the jump. And Squad Busters has had a rather tumultuous journey to say the least. Like, I don't know, there are a bunch of issues with the game, and I wouldn't say that the game is anywhere near where it needs to be to really, you know, be like a great game, or at least a Supercell quality game. Sorry. I feel like my biggest worry with the collaboration is that I don't want Supercell, or not Supercell, but rather the Squad Busters team to focus more on collaborations and other cool stuff, like, you know, stuff that doesn't really add to the game, you know what I mean? Like, this game is still has a bunch of issues with it that need to be addressed. And this last update was a huge step in the right direction for removing keys, mega boxes, not mega boxes, but megas, and other improvements as well. Like, they rebalanced every single character in the game to make damage, you know, a lot better. And, you know, stuff like that. It's like, people may not care about, you know, stuff like that, but it really does a whole world of difference in the long term. It makes the game, you know, more enjoyable for other people. Like, I really enjoyed the last update. Like, I feel like the dev team is really, you know, doing a great job just going off of the last update. And also, even the previous updates, I feel like they're really taking the criticism seriously, even though the game itself isn't really in the best spot right now. But I don't know. From what I've seen, I'm genuinely impressed. And I look forward to seeing what else is in store for us. Gotta run away from these guys. Oh boy. With these collaborations, I just don't want the Squad Busters team to completely forget about improving the game and adding on to it. And just, you know, relying on hype from big names like Transformers or SpongeBob to, you know, to get people excited. And I feel like it ties back to the question of, is it too early for Squad Busters to have a collaboration? Because it's like, it's kind of weird and off-putting to a certain extent that Squad Busters is already doing collaborations so early. Like, the game's been out it's been since May, and it's, we're getting into September now, so like about 3 months. 3-ish months, I'd say. And it's just weird that we're already getting, you know, a collaboration. And I feel like a part of me feels like the game just isn't ready for it yet, because there's still so many things they can do with the game, so many additions and stuff like that. I feel like they really need to focus on improving the game experience. Like, for example, more game modes would be nice, because doing the same thing over and over again is the literal definition of insanity. Am I insinuating that Squad Busters players are insane? No. It's just that we're going insane. But, no. No hate to the Squad Busters community. I love y'all. But, Yeah, we need new game modes. Like, doing the same thing over and over again just gets boring after a while. There also needs to be a clan feature. Like, it's crazy how there's no clan feature whatsoever in this game. Especially since every other Supercell game, without exception, has some sort of clan feature. And I feel like having a social feature like that would be really beneficial for the game and motivate people to, you know, continue playing the game, since they'll be like, oh shoot, I'm building a community with, you know, a close group of people. And, you know, building that, I guess, camaraderie with them will motivate me to play the game more, because, you know, having a group of people to play a game with is always a good thing. Like, it's always fun to have people to play the game with, whether it's your friends that you know IRL and you're just making a clan together in lunch, at school, just like I did with Clash Royale. Clash Royale was my first Supercell game. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really into Clash of Clans. It's just not for me personally. But Clash Royale was like the game that introduced me to Supercell as a whole, and the game that really got me hooked in. Mavis is not a good pick here. I should have went someone else. This is Chest Imposters. I can get loot from the chest. But I'll keep selecting her to get her fusion. Sorry, I'm rambling. Like, yeah, more social features would be nice, man. Why does this game not have a club feature? It's beyond me. Additionally, getting new characters should be easier, in my opinion. Like, it is so difficult getting new characters, and I feel like the best way to get one, in air quotes the best way, is to just spend 100k coins or 120k coins to do it. And it's like, why would I spend all those coins getting new characters when I can use those coins for chest tickets to get my existing characters that are already in my roster leveled up and improved? You know what I mean? Like, there's so many other additions that I feel like the game could benefit from, and I feel like while it's not wrong to, you know, go towards, you know, making collabs, I'm not like completely against the decision. I think it's really cool. Seeing Squad Busters do their first collab, it's just, I don't want it to turn into Brawl Stars where I feel like all we get from updates now are just collabs, temporary features, and pretty much the stuff that just adds nothing to the game besides new brawlers, which, you know, Squad Busters is not going to stop adding new characters anytime soon, or at least I hope not. But at the same time, it's like, there's just so many things that I feel like the game could use to be improved, and it's just, I don't want the dev team to just lose sight of game improvements and just focus more on, I guess, big name collaborations and stuff like that. That's my biggest issue with Brawl Stars personally. Like, it's a great game, I love it, I've been playing the game for a while, I busted the chest menace like a menace. But these past updates that we've gotten for the past year for Brawl Stars have been pretty lackluster, because there's just no meaningful content being added to the game. Everything's temporary now, and it's like, it's hard for me to enjoy the game when I feel like there's nothing to look forward to past it. Like, all these new game modes that are just temporary, it's just, it just takes away from any excitement that I have for the game. And I don't want Squad Busters to go through that route either, because if they go through that route, the game will greatly suffer. Especially since it's not doing too well. Like, it's somehow making less money than Heyday, according to Sensor Tower or something like that. And I just don't want... Honestly, I really appreciate and like Squad Busters as a game, personally. But yeah, I just feel like from its rushed global launch and the fact that it was Clash Mini's replacement, yes, I will continue bringing that up. And the fact that there were just so many like features that were in the game initially launched, when it initially launched, that were just so bad there's still many more improvements that need to be made. We're in the right direction now. Like, I feel like the dev team's doing a great job. But when the game first released, the game was just wasn't really that good. And we let the dev team know with the 2.7 star rating that the game had for a while, at least on Android. iOS people like the game. And yeah, I just want these improvements to continue. I don't want the dev team to just stop and not, focus on making the game more fun. Like, I want them to continue adding new features. I want them to continue improving the game. I want them to, continue, taking our feedback seriously and implementing the game. I want more stuff to do in the game. I want the game to be more fun. I want more game modes. I want more social features. I want all of that. And so I just hope that the Squad Busters team doesn't lose sight of that and focuses on, making the game better. Because let me tell you right now, when the game first launched, like, you could tell it was rushed. You could tell that, it wasn't given the best, treatment. It wasn't tested properly. It was in beta for like a month with 2 closed beta tests prior, and then it just went global. Like, it just caught everyone off guard because it's like they barely tested the game and they decided to go global without any data to justify it. And I just want them to continue making the game better, because the game is in a much better state now, in my opinion, than it was when it first launched. And I don't want that to stop. I don't want that to stop. I want the game to continue getting better. But, I say all that to say, I'm excited to see what's in store for the Transformers collab. I just hope that this doesn't mess with their priorities. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Take care of each other and love each other. Peace.